of the daily drawings. Get my bones in order. I need a bigger plate for these bones. Okay, so what to draw today? Did a wizard yesterday. Okay, well, I hope everybody can see. I'm having some internet problems with my computer. Something post-apocalyptic? Done! Morning, the dusk one. It looks... Post-apocalyptic. Something... Let's see. Something with... Something Fallout looking, so... Let's see. Just start with a skull over here. Because yesterday we started with the skull over here. So, and this one. And away we go. I honestly don't really have any idea where I'm going with this, but it's gonna have something to do with guns, something to do with the apocalypse, something to do with skeletons. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Da, 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 da. I always have trouble with what to do with the legs. I can always picture like, oh, this would be cool upper body, but then with the legs, I just don't have no idea what I'm doing. So, we can just do a torso, of course. Okay. So naturally, when it's post-apocalypse, you usually grab a street sign. Oh, it's blurry. So what that is that my internet. Let me see. Oh, All right, is it still transmitting? Okay, I think it's working. You just have to refresh. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. Oh boy, it's getting hot in here. Okay, so what do we got here? We got this guy, he's got a gun, and then this hand. I was gonna draw a gun, but no, not anymore. Gonna draw something more interesting. He's gonna be throwing something. A ninja star, of course, made out of a credit card that he found. Everybody in the apocalypse wears goggles. I think that's just a given. He's probably actually got a helmet on. And the goggles are on the helmet. Or no, maybe it's just like, maybe he found one of those Air Force helicopter helmets. Pilot helmets. What am I thinking of? Maybe a tank helmet? Or just Air Force? I'm thinking of just a military aviation helmet. They come with this built-in visor, but of course it will be broken. Cha 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 cha. And there's always some stuff up here, or maybe there was. Cables. It's a little broken microphone probably. this guy didn't waste any time. He found a leather jacket and he started bolting metal plates to it. Perfect. What kind of apocalypse was it? That's a good question. The world ran out of toilet paper. No, let's just say that. Let's just say that there was a giant civil war in Russia, and then it spread to the entire world. And it was basically people rising up and fighting against their governments. That's, and then everything went to hell. Maybe this is like an old firefighter coat. Those things are really good protection, especially if you're playing Project Zomboid. Sure, spikes, because he found something to weld some spikes on. And let's see, he's gonna be wearing some sports armor, like that catchers wear in baseball, or I guess hockey players wear some serious pads too. Big old gun, and like I said before, I don't really know how to draw guns that well, so bear with me. I just know you got to put some lines right here. That's key. These lines. There we go. That'll do. There we go. Whasha, sha sha sha. Maybe he's got some rope here, and then some like metal plates. Yeah, here too, maybe. some other kind of padding here. Oh no, I know what the cause of the apocalypse was. It was the great NFT crash of 2022. It's coming next year. There we go. I survived the great NFT crash of 2022. Everybody got their old crappy pens? Oh no, wait. Let's add a little bit more stuff to his helmet. Like, for example, he taped a flashlight to his head. There we go. That's what that was. Boop, boop, ba-doop. Taped a flashlight. And, let's see, maybe he's, yeah, this is just like an empty, there was something here, but this helmet got scavenged. He's not the original owner. And then here he's got a skull and crossbones. Let's see, what else? Oh no, I forgot to draw his teeth entirely. Okay, Yeah. That looks alright. Maybe, yeah. Just real quick like this. I'm sure that watching me trace the text is probably the least entertaining. What is entertaining though is the video that is premiering at 12:15. So in a little while. I was editing for most of the day yesterday. I finally finished it. And I'm pretty proud of the video itself and the whatever I made. I'll be very grateful if people would take a look when it goes up. And then I'll be starting another project today. Hopefully something that won't take 3 weeks. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to put out a video a week, but we will see. Some projects I feel like, yeah, if they're big, they're gonna take a little longer. Just because I can't spend all my time in here. I have other family obligations and other things. I need some time to do other things. Yep, got the need these lines. Desk one. For show. No, I have not been posting these artworks anywhere. I sometimes post them like a rough shot of it to a story or something on Instagram. Um, but yeah, as far as just having them up somewhere, no, I don't. So there's like knots of rope right here. I guess that's how this thing stays on. Okie doke. Moving swiftly along. The broken glass. Or visor. I don't know what they're made out of. Spikes. Completely realistic addition. Aha. The Ninja Star. Okay. Hands are always fun to draw. I mean the bones, the hand bones. Okay. Hand done. Yeah, this pen is getting real dry. Real dry. I think I might have to retire it. Okay. All right. Looks fine. Okay, doke. All right. Ooh. I'm gonna use something. Why don't I have anything? Bigger markers. I need larger markers. I have all these markers and I never use them. Hey, yeah. Oh, I think this is the one I'm looking for. The graphic 1. How do I draw so fast and so good? To be honest, I feel like I'm going kind of slow. I look up and I see 6 people watching, and then I look up and I see 5 people watching. I'm like, ah, God, people are leaving because it's too slow. And to be honest, I think people aren't watching just probably because they don't know about it. But who knows? I mean, let's be honest. If somebody was like, Stan, would you rather watch an episode of King of the Hill or somebody drawing a picture? I would probably say, let's watch an episode of King of the Hill. So I get how something entertaining would trump watching this. I mean, I guess this is entertaining for somebody. For 7 people. That's how many people it's entertaining for. Ninja Star. Yeah. Okay. Hi. Um, hello, the go. Yeah, sometimes I do use reference pictures. Today, no. Yesterday, also no. The thing is, sometimes I'll use reference pictures just as inspiration, but I won't actually draw the figure or anything in the reference photo. I'll just kind of look at it and be like, okay, that's interesting. Like this has, like, for example, with the spacesuit guy. I looked up an image of a Russian spacesuit, and I tried to make the one that I was drawing look like it, but of course it wasn't accurate, and it wasn't in the same position. So I mean, yeah, there's different ways to use references. You all know that. But yes, I definitely use references for a lot of my work. It's the only way that you're gonna really get better is to train your brain um, how to recognize things that are, you know, real. Like for example, folds. You can keep drawing folds without looking at fabric, and sure, they'll look kind of like folds. But if you use references and just keep drawing folds of fabric over and over and over, eventually your brain will kind of like be able to just make up its own, and it's kind of like, yeah, it's your brain's amazing. It'll just come up with it. You'll be able to draw fabric folds in fabric, and you'll look at it and be like, yes, that's plausible, or no, that's not plausible. And it's only because you have such a large database of different images of fabric folds built up in your brain from practice that you're able to do that. So I definitely encourage anyone who's learning or trying to learn how to draw, because when you go to learn how to, say, oil paint or something in an old timey, classic setting, you wouldn't get to paint for a long time. They would sit you in front of a bunch of just shapes, like a cube, a cylinder, a sphere, and some fabric draped on the table, and you would have to draw that for goddamn months and months and months until you could figure out just how to shade and do basic, academic drawing. And then you would move on to more complicated shapes like the human eye or the nose, not even the head all at once. Uh, so yeah, to learn how to draw, you can't just like not use references. I mean, unless you're only going for abstract work. If you want to learn how to draw anything even slightly realistically, you have to look at the thing that you're trying to draw. I honestly don't know or haven't heard any artist say that using references is not the way to go. Okay. Get a little shadows on his face. And of course, there's gonna have to be some serious battle damage on this thing. Just stuff all over it. Do you have a fave skeleton artist or just artist? I I really like, when I was growing up, I really liked the artist who worked at Wizards of the Coast, more specifically for Magic the Gathering. My favorite artist for a long time was Quentin Hoover, and then I liked Phil Foglio's really funny kind of cartoon art style. I love Kev Walker and Paulo Parente for their dark, really kind of brooding art styles. That they draw muscles and like warriors and stuff really well, with really cool dark backgrounds. I really like Frazetta. Mobius is amazing. It's probably, yeah, definitely top three. Geiger. But to be honest, yeah, as a kid growing up, my favorite artists all worked at Magic the Gathering. That was like my dream as a kid, to grow up and draw cards for them. I discovered Magic the Gathering when I was in fourth grade. I found a card on the ground, and I didn't know it was a game for years. I just bought the cards. I mean, I knew it was some kind of thing. I just didn't really care to learn about it. I just collected it for the pictures. I would go around and ask kids if they knew anyone who would be willing to sell their used cards, because the new ones were just too goddamn expensive. So I'd buy up all the kids' used Magic cards who didn't want them, all up until like middle school is when I learned how to play. And I played all through middle school, and then when I got to high school, I lost interest because they did like a whole reboot and redesign of the cards, and it became really mainstream. And this one kid, Jonathan Russo, started playing it, and I was like, Jesus Christ, if Jonathan Russo is playing it, then I cannot be playing this game. Shout out to Jonathan Russo if you're watching this. now it's time to go in and add a little bit of detail while we still got the time. These are just some thin metal plates that he found. We drilled a couple holes and then affixed them to the leather jacket. He got the idea because he saw it. He got the idea from a comic book. He saw this samurai warrior with this kind of armor, and he thought, "Hey, that's a pretty good idea." Any upcoming games that spark your interest? Yeah, unfortunately the new Resident Evil. I really like the Resident Evil games, and I say unfortunately because I know I'm gonna want to buy it when it comes out, and that's like $60, so that kind of sucks. I don't know. But other than that, I have a bunch of games like not new ones, but just ones in my wish list that I'm looking forward to having some time to play at some point, but I don't know. I'm always down for some game recommendations. I like survival games, shooting games, horror games, simulator games like RimWorld. I like indie games a lot. There we go. My art's giving that vibe. I really like the sound of that. Yeah, I hope that after watching today's video that I put out, people will get a better understanding of the type of content that I'm going to be trying to make. We'll see. I hope people like it. It took a lot of time. Definitely happy to be finished with it though. So what you're seeing is that I'm drawing a lot of like knife marks and stuff, and that's because in the apocalypse the ammo is scarce. So this guy's holding a gun, but it might not even be loaded. It might just be for intimidation, just psychological. In a survival situation, I've heard it's 10% physical and 90% psychological. So this guy's Guys surviving that crash. All right. Oh, Stalker? Yeah, I played all the Metros. I played the first Stalker. I have all three of the Stalkers. I want to go through and play all of them. Yeah, like I played the first one. I got to the very end, and then my game started glitching out really hard. So I have to play it again. But the Metro games, yeah, I played the first one on Stalker difficulty. I beat that. And then when they did the Redux, I did it again. And yeah, I've played all of them. The sad part about the Metro series is that the games just get easier as it goes. It's kind of like the first one again wasn't mainstream. Difficulty levels a little bit higher. It's a little bit more jank in terms of the controls and stuff, but still a really good game. But then by the third one, they had like that. Just like the dumb crafting and the stupid, I don't know, it wasn't as cool as the first one. And I mean, the game's called Metro. Keep it underground. Like, what the hell? All right. That's looking pretty good. This was number 19. And today is April 12th. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching. Keep your eyeballs here because in like 20 minutes, in around 20 minutes, I will be premiering the video I've been working on for the past 3 weeks, and I think that we can watch it together. So I will see you all there, hopefully. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.